Welcome to All Things Real Estate. I'm Terry LaJoy with Keller Williams Realty, and this is my co-partner and host, Shaun Sanville, with Oak Hill Acquisitions. So, Shaun, we're just going to talk today a little bit about what each of us does. So, what is Oak Hill Acquisitions, and what do you do?
Yeah, so we're a real estate investment company based out of southern New Hampshire, and we primarily help people in foreclosure situations. So we do everything from walking them through every option that they have to get the sale stopped, calling the banks with them to help them kind of navigate that process because it can be tricky. We'll help them stay in the home. We can put them in contact with the right attorneys. And then if it comes to it and we're able to buy the property and that's what makes sense, we will do everything from partnering with them to getting it listed on the market with somebody like yourself so that they can get the max amount of equity out of it possible. We'll make cash offers on the property. We can do leasebacks. We do a wide variety of things, but specifically tailored to foreclosures and helping people out of that situation.
Okay. So, quick question for you. You just ran through a whole bunch of different things that you guys do. If somebody is facing foreclosure, do you just walk in with a canned solution for them, or how do you get to what is it you do? Like, how do you decide which of all of those options that you just ran through is right for that person?
Yeah, so it's definitely not a canned solution because every foreclosure situation is very, very unique based on how they got there, what they're working on at the current moment. So we really like to have a full sit-down conversation with somebody, get to understand how they got into this position, what they're actively doing in the moment to get it resolved. Some people are very proactive and starting to work with the bank. Other people are just so overwhelmed that they don't even know where to start. Okay. So we like to dig into that situation and then walk them through all the options that they have based on where they're at in their life. Do they want to keep the home? Do they want to sell the home and start fresh with a new chapter? Sometimes there's some very painful memories for people in these houses, and they really just want a fresh start. So we try to take every situation that somebody has and really custom tailor a solution to them instead of just kind of blank slating everything with a, oh, you absolutely have to sell your home, here's a cash offer.
Right. So what about if there's somebody who's not in foreclosure, but maybe they've gone through a nasty divorce or the house has just really gotten away from them due to illnesses or anything like that? Does somebody have to be in foreclosure to work with you?
No, you don't have to be in foreclosure to work with us. I would just say that's what we specialize in. I can pretty confidently say we're one of the best in the area at what we do when it comes to foreclosures and getting these things stopped. But any type of distress situation, whether it be a divorce, somebody passed away and now you've inherited a property that you don't want or don't know what to do with, don't know how to navigate. If you need to sell for some reason because you're moving for a job relocation and you have low equity or you have high equity, we've done situations with people where they're really fixated on a specific number because that's what they want out of the property, and we're able to tailor custom solutions to that, probably far and above what other investors are able to do.
Right. Because you don't just do cash purchases, correct?
No, we do. The most basic thing I could say is we do things creatively. There's a lot of different ways to purchase property that isn't just a cash offer, isn't just a conventional offer. We can go in and take over people's mortgages when they have very low equity and allow them to move on to a different situation. We can maximize somebody's equity out of the property by turning them into the bank and giving them a purchase price that they really, really want, along with an interest rate to go along with that. So a lot of things, a lot of ways we can buy property. And again, just like I had mentioned with the foreclosure situation, we want to take a custom approach to everybody because not everybody is just this cookie cutter situation that we can come in and solve with one solution.
Right. And I believe you also do some short sales in there too.
Yeah, we do. We do short sales as well. That's where we're not licensed to do short sales. So that's where we would involve somebody like yourself and your team. So even if it's something that we're not licensed to do, we have the connections with people to get people through these situations.
Right. I love it. And what if someone waits so long that you can't stop the auction, which doesn't happen very often. I've worked with you for a long time now, and you're really good at stopping auctions.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you just can't.
Yep.
And is there anything you can do to help someone with the equity that's in a property if that happens?
Yeah, so we will help people go after surplus funds. Surplus funds, just real quick, is the money that's left over between what's owed on the mortgage and what it actually sells for at auction. Now, the banks don't like to let people know that they have access and that money is rightfully theirs. The hindrance is typically when somebody's in that financial position, they don't have the money to go after the surplus funds because you have to hire an attorney, have them fight with the courts to get it, all this stuff. So that's where we can step in, leverage our attorneys, and use them to go after those surplus funds. We do take a commission off of that because we are fronting the costs and we need to get paid and everything like that, but we can help people recover the funds. So we're actively doing that right now for a family in Manchester, New Hampshire. They did, unfortunately, wait so long that it was up against the wire and we just couldn't get it done in time because they gave us like an hour or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've had people call back very last minute. So we're actively in the process of going after surplus funds for them. And it's a really big help to them and their family because they have about $200,000 in equity that if they don't try to go after, it's just going to sit in the courts and eventually it'll go back to the bank, which is never good for them.
Yeah, so, and just on the other side of that, once it goes back to the bank, they can only hold it for so long. They've got to try to find the people.
Yep.
But unfortunately, the address they have is the one that went to foreclosure, so they don't have a way of reaching them. So it ends up going back either to the county or to the state or the federal.
Yeah. So it never ends up back in the homeowner's pocket a lot of the times unless we get involved. A couple other things that we really do help people with is we do offer full relocation services. So even if somebody does lose their home to foreclosure or they decide to sell, and the biggest thing that we get is, well, I don't want to be homeless. They don't have to worry about that because we'll offer full relocation from A to B. Movers, we buy storage units for people. We really try to do everything that we can to take a difficult time and make it very easy.
And I've even seen you let people stay in the home after they've sold it to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a lot of the time it's a case-by-case basis. It's kind of like we don't underwrite the same as like a mortgage company, but we do need to see that they can make the payments to keep up with the place. But in the past, we definitely have allowed people to stay in the home, lease it back to them, and then even sell it back to them far under what market value is, so that some people really just want to stay in the home. And so if we can not have to have them transition out and help them get their credit back up, help them get a job, help things get back on track to where they're able to qualify for a mortgage again, we sell it back to them for far under market value so that they're, we still make money on the deal, but we're also getting them into a place that, how prices are today, that they're astronomical. So we're helping them get in at a price that they wouldn't be able to get, pretty much.